do you balance that, feeling the pressure to post consistently with actually running your flower shop?
Welcome to the Business and Pleasure of Flowers. We're your hosts, Vonda Lefevre
and Lori Wilson, and we believe that business and fun are a perfect combination. Kind of like us, Vonda. Good morning, everybody. Vonda is on vacation right now, but I have two special guests. One you cannot see. They're anonymous. Because we couldn't get Audrey Christoph's camera working. That's just how it is. And the other is our friend Sarah LoBue from Main Street Florist. I'm so excited you're here.
Excited to be here.
So I've been wanting to get you on the pod for a while, but really wanted to get you on after symposium because you had a workshop at 8 a.m. and mine was at 9:30. And Audrey went to yours, and my goal was to check my room, which was right next to yours, to make sure technology was ready and then pop on over. Well, you know, in this world, technology isn't always what it is. It wasn't set up. So that's why I didn't get to come over. And I was very, very bummed because you talked all things social media.
It was such a good session. It was really well attended, and everyone was so engaged. Sarah, you had so much great information and really simple, practical things that shops can do, easy things that they can implement and have a great impact. I loved your session.
Yeah, Audrey came in. It's like, I loved this. It was so good.
I always want to make it relatable. I want to make it easy. None of us have extra time to have a whole extra job doing social media. So I try to keep it simple.
Okay, so before we deep dive into it, I want you to take the next couple minutes or minute, however long, talk about your shop. How long have you been in the industry? What bent you towards, hey, let's start doing social media? Like, how did this whole thing come about?
So I have owned Main Street Florist. This fall will be 16 years. I came into the industry with no prior experience. My background was in design. I've done graphic design and interior architecture. Thought it'd be really fun just to buy a flower shop and figure it out.
Sure.
So that's what I did.
Flowers are fun.
Luckily, when I bought an existing shop, I had a team that came on that was awesome, and the transition worked well. And I got involved with AIFD because I figured this is going to be my education. This is how I'm going to survive, not knowing what I'm doing.
Was there somebody in your life that told you about AIFD, or did you just like Google it and find it? Did you have a mentor at all?
I didn't have a mentor early on, but I went to every educational opportunity that was in my area. So whether if that was like at a wholesaler doing a show or my state association, and then that is how I found out about AIFD and started making connections in the industry.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
But the social media part, Facebook became a thing while I was in college. So I grew up with that. So I was never shying away from it. And so early on, it was more of an expense thing. Do I need a website? Do I need a Facebook page? And so it was cheaper to do Facebook. It was cheaper to promote my business online through social media than doing print ads. And so that's what's kind of sparked it. And then as time went on, I just got more creative with filming reels and doing different things. And definitely, I think the big push happened right before COVID. I was playing with it a lot, but then COVID, that was the best answer of how do I get in front of my customers when my doors can't be open?
Yeah. So what was the name of your workshop that you presented?
It was Elevate Your Social Media Brand.
Okay. All right. So let's do a quick recap of the highlights of that. Because right now you have an audience of flower shop owners, wholesalers, employees, everybody listening has some sort, or maybe not. I do have an aunt in Oklahoma that listens, has nothing to do with flowers. She just likes to listen when she wants to hear my voice. So shout out to Aunt Mary.
Hey, Aunt Mary.
Hey, Aunt Mary.
My dad will listen. Hey, John.
There you go. Hi, John and Aunt Mary. They're our groupies. We love them. So what was the gist of the whole hour and 15-minute class that you did that you could share? What are some tips that you could share with us?
So the overall theme was about making your social media presence match your brand of your business and your shop. And often we think of brand being your logo, your tagline, your colors, but it really more about being about what does your business feel like? What do your customers experience? And so we think about that in our shops. We don't always think about that online, and we want those two things to match. And then I gave a lot of tips of basically don't overthink it. Imagine your online presence being like a window into your brick and mortar, not a billboard. We're not posting ads. This is what does it look like behind the scenes in your business? So it feels like your customer is just walking through your flower shop with you and getting to know your personality, your team's personalities, just seeing your day to day. So that was a lot of what we talked about, and just taking the fear out of posting online, taking the fear out of putting your personality or your shop's personality out there, because that's what customers connect with.
Yeah. Did you happen to listen to the recording yet of I don't even know if we sent it, of our webinar we did this week, our Flower Click one?
The Wednesday one?
Yeah.
No, but I want to. I don't think you've sent it out.
I remember you saying that you weren't gonna be able to be there live, but you wanted to that's exactly what I was talking about when it comes to the culture of your shop. What is the vibe when people walk in? Is it the same as when they're looking on your website or looking at your social media? To me, because I am a chronic scroller, I don't post a lot, but I scroll. I'm constantly looking at flower shops, and I want to be virtually invited in. I want to see something and go, wow, I don't, do I need to send flowers to somebody? I want to go in that store. We have a local flower shop here, and I think they do an incredible job of merging beautiful, perfect design with hilarity, if you may. And I want you to touch on that. Like, how do you balance all of those things? Because I agree with you. Audrey's here. We just can't see her. I need to keep reminding the
I was
world of
just
that.
gonna say, Sarah talked a lot about just storytelling about what's happening in your shop, and that's what creates the connection with your
Yeah.
customers when they can actually see and hear what's
Yeah.
happening in your shop. It makes it more personal.
Yeah. And to speak into that too, from a small business owner perspective, like that is what sets you apart from
Yes,
these big box or people that are selling online flowers. Like you can invite them in to your home, your virtual home, and say, hey, come on in. Look, we're having a blast. Do you want to come hang out with us?
absolutely. Yeah. And just you saying, how do you balance whether it's
Yes.
just like
Yeah.
the comedy or the education? One thing that we talked about, people call it different things, whether it's content pillars or content buckets, but being able to shuffle through the different types of content that you are putting out there. So I like to do educational videos, just teaching my customers about flowers. I like to do personality posts that are showing the hilarity of my team and our personalities. But then it's also sales. You're also showing the product, but you can't constantly be showing the same thing over and over again, because that's when your audience gets bored. That's when it gets predictable and they'll continue to scroll.
Do you follow social media trends? One of the things that I saw recently that I thought was hilarious, and it was a short time, was during World Cup, FIFA. There were a few flower shops. I don't know if your shop did this. I don't think they did. That were like, if our flower shop employees were part of the soccer team, and they would barely tap something with their leg and then fall down. I was cracking up because I'm like, this is genius.
World Cup entries.
Yeah, it was so funny. Or one would accidentally run into the other and they're like, "Oh my gosh." I'm just being just so dramatic. But do you look at those kind of things?
Absolutely. And I don't think you need to be posting trends like that all the time.
No.
But I think it is entertaining to your customers. The
Oh,
trick is you've got to tweak it so it's relatable to your business, not that
100%.
you're just doing it for the fun of it.
Right, right. To your business, and you've gotta make sure you're not 3 weeks late into the trend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, right now, I keep seeing everybody doing the Netflix documentary thing. That's
Yes.
trending, and I'm almost over it now because 'cause I've seen it for quite a while when I saw some other people doing it, and that's just me. But
Yeah.
trends die really fast, I think.
Yes.
So you have to be careful what is going to engage your customer and what's going to make them go, that's so 3 weeks ago. Why are they doing that?
And I
So,
think too, I'm a big component of you don't need to be on every platform for your business if you can't sustain that. But I do think you see the trends happening on TikTok first, then
yep,
typically Instagram and
yep.
Facebook
And
last.
then, yeah,
In Sarah's session, she talked about people will scroll and scroll until they see a face. I can't remember the statistic that
yes.
you talked about, but it's like people, once they see a face, they stop on the post. So, knowing that, Sarah, you said you got to stop hiding and get in front of the camera. So, as you were starting to do these, because a lot of our flower shop owners find it very intimidating to get in front of the camera.
Yes.
Well, what are the baby steps? What were the easy things before you started doing trending videos? What are just the quick, easy things that they could do that wouldn't be intimidating?
Yeah.
I always recommend for people to hop on stories. Stories only last 24 hours. People prefer them not to be polished. People just want to see you talking to the camera. And maybe it's just, hey, it's Friday and today this is what's in the cooler, and you show them what's in your cooler. You don't have to overthink it. You can just put it out there. And I feel like the more that you talk on camera, the easier it gets, the more comfortable you get with the idea. And even if you record those stories and you don't post them, I'm going to tell you need to post them. But if just to warm you up, you just
Just
need to
warm
do
you up.
it.
Yep.
Yes.
I totally agree.
To be perfect, you don't have to look perfect. You don't have to have your hair done or
We were talking about that, and that is one of the bigger struggles in our industry because we do want pretty and perfect when it comes to our products. So, speak into that a little bit.
So I just think too, especially now with AI and we're all like seeing videos and questioning whether it's a real person or not,
Yes.
the more we can put ourselves on camera and show our imperfections, show the real version of us, show that like authentic thing that people can connect to, the better off we are. And so it is a mind game. You've got to hype yourself up a little bit and just be like, I'm going to do it. It's fine. And just post.
Yeah. Do you have staff members that get on board with this? Or like, how do you go about talking to your staff? Hey, is everybody okay with being on camera? And you make them sign permits? Like, how do you do that?
Honestly, now I have built a team that they're all very comfortable on camera. I even had one of my employees the other day had sent me a reel that was ridiculous. It was like singing to your plants makes them healthy. And I
Yes.
was off that day and she sent it to me and said, we should do this. And I said, you could do it if you want to. And she legit recorded it, sent it to me. I posted it without hesitation.
Now I love it.
I will say it took a little bit to get my team on board several years ago when we started doing this. But as the lead of that team, I had to show up myself and I had to prove the point I'm trying to make to them. And when I was doing it more, they got more on board when they could kind of see the end result.
Yep. Yep. Modeling. Yes, it's awkward. It's awkward for all of us, but we're going to still do it and put ourselves
Mhm.
out there.
Yeah.
Do you see a difference in all of your social media and purchases?
So I think that's a harder thing to track, especially if you're not just doing sale post after sale post. What I pay attention to, I can look at my insights and I can see what demographic are watching our reels or clicking on our things. Facebook comments and engagement of our local customers, that means a lot to me. And then honestly, people walking in my store and just being like, oh, I saw your reel. I loved it. Or, oh, I saw you post about this product today. I came in just for that. Listening and just making those connections with the customer and hearing the feedback in person almost means more to me than the insights of the whole internet looking at my
Right.
content.
No, I 100% agree. I know that we do our click mail program, our email marketing program for our members. One of the best compliments I get is when one of our members calls me or we're talking about something. They're like, oh, 3 people have made that recipe you put in our newsletter. Little nuggets like that. And that's how they know people are watching, people are listening. It's top of mind awareness. It may not be every time they get an email or every time they see a social media post, they're going to click to buy because that's not reality. People aren't going to purchase flowers every 2 days or every week but they are gonna remember, "Hey, Main Street Florist is hilarious. I need to order flowers. This is my excuse to go visit them."
Yes. And I feel like in our industry, our products, it isn't something somebody needs every day. But if they're being entertained by us or they're interested on our educational posts every day on social media, we stay top of mind.
Yeah, agree. So, what do you think is more important? Creativity when it comes to social media or consistency?
Consistency.
Agree.
And as a creative person, that's hard to say.
Yeah. How did you change your mindset? Like, how did you get to that point? Because I think that is a huge bottleneck for anyone
Mhm.
that is like, we didn't have any perfection pictures today, so I'm not going to post them. Like, how did you get past that?
I think just realizing we're on borrowed land when we are on social media. Those platforms are a business in their own right. They want people to post consistently who will draw people to their platform, stay on their platform. If
Mhm.
you are not posting consistently, the algorithm is not rewarding you because there's no guarantee the next time you're going to post. When you are posting consistently, not only are you putting more content out, more chances of eyes landing on it, the algorithm knows you're of value to this platform. So
Yeah.
I
So
think realizing that is really where it's worth it.
how do you balance that, feeling the pressure to post consistently with actually running your flower shop? How do you find the time? Do you have people that do it with you or for you? Do you do it yourself?
Plus,
Or
your mom, you've got kids, you got to do your mom stuff too. You got a lot to balance.
Yeah, for a long time, I did it by myself. And there was a brief moment where I had some extra help from somebody outside of the industry. And I think that's really hard for somebody to find your voice, fit your voice. And with that scenario, I felt like I was still doing the same amount of work, just kind of handing it off to somebody. Now, here's the shameless plug for Flower Click.
Oh,
In the
yes,
last few
yes.
years, we've had Flower Click posting for us. And so I know every Monday, Wednesday, they've got it covered and
Right,
I don't have to think about it and I have
right.
a day off. And that's really nice. I will say my brain works differently where I'm constantly thinking about marketing and how I'm going to post. But now I can be like, okay, I don't have to rush to post that on Monday. I can schedule that for Tuesday or I can schedule that later in the week when Flower Click's not posting.
And
And
that's the whole point of us doing those 2 days a week.
yes. And since you are in the industry, since you know your customer base so well, those posts feel very much like an extension of my own brand, my own voice. And what kills me is you guys get more engagement with comments of people saying, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's great. Than my original posts usually do.
That's so
And they also, even though I'm a flower shop, sometimes I forget to post the flowers. I'm posting the gift items that are maybe sitting stagnant on the shelf, or I'm posting funny content. You guys are consistently posting the beautiful flowers that go out our door. And so that has been a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders.
we appreciate you saying that because
Thank you. Yeah.
Audrey and I were just working on it this morning because Audrey is over that program and then I help her and then Ellie does if we have graphics. So it's a lot even just for 2 posts. So it can be very time consuming. Are there any social media trends that you've absolutely not? We're ignoring this.
I think typically I would be very aware of music trends. Lots of times there's language that you may not even catch.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going to feel like an old person. The one with it was a mashup of a song and I can hear it in my head, but I can only hear the cuss words.
well, I'll
Anyway,
just like back and forth. I get it. I'll just
it was a really popular trend. A lot of people were doing it, and not that's not entertaining, but I just feel like depending on your brand, you've got to be careful. You may turn a lot of people off just for the sake of getting more clicks, and it's not worth it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think stay away from language, stay away from politics. I always talk to people about keep your business social media pages clean for the
Yes.
puppies, flowers, weddings, all the fun things. Um,
Yes.
I do have a question because I know I've talked to Audrey about this and people go either way. What are your thoughts on posting sympathy designs? And
I think we should do it more often. I think
right,
as a business owner, I don't do it enough because I do feel like there is that struggle where you feel I want to get permission from the family, but that's sometimes an awkward conversation to have. You're not going to have that conversation like
right,
when they're ordering the flowers with you. A lot of times the ones I really want to post are the really personal pieces that we
right.
put a lot of love into.
Yes.
I will typically wait and store it, and maybe that's 6 months down the road before I post that. And if I've had a
Right,
chance to
yeah,
cross paths with one of those family members, like, "Hey, we love doing the flowers for your husband. It
right.
was so him. Are you comfortable if we post about it?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's really smart to hold it, put it in Dropbox and keep them until you have that opportunity.
But I
I
do think we have Flower Click members that do some incredible custom tributes,
yeah,
custom designs
yeah.
that that is a big part of your business. That
Mhm.
um, not that you want to be top of mind when people have a tragedy happen in their life, but you want to be able to show that you can make these personal
Yes.
Yes.
custom sympathy designs that really speak to the person that you're honoring.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%, and you're talking about Steve Regala,
Yeah.
who had an incredible he's got his own catalog of custom work that I can't even imagine. I don't even know how he does that. That's just a whole that's magical.
But it's such an incredible way to honor somebody, and you're
Yes.
doing that, you should be able to show it. But I do like the idea of holding it for a while and just so it's not so fresh for the family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like,
key.
the similar thing, like a service we offer that I'm sure a lot of other flower shops do too, is like we deliver flowers to the cemetery seasonally and we change
Oh,
them out. Taking a photo of someone's headstone, I don't know
Yeah,
how comfortable I feel about that. Now, I have done it and just edited it out or edited like the name out, made it look like a solid stone, or if it was a family member of mine. But I think we forget to post about services like that because it makes us feel a little awkward. But then so many people, when they find out about a service like that, they're so thankful and they didn't know it existed before.
yeah. That goes back to educating your customers too, right? While you're on social media, you could even for that, it wouldn't have to be a specific headstone. It could just be a quick video scan of a cemetery, right? We're heading here because this is what we did. Did you know we offer this? Or it could even be of the designers working on it. So there's ways if you don't want to do just a specific headstone, there's ways to do that. But I love that because you're selling telling people, "Hey, this is a service we offer."
right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
provide this because many people are probably unaware of that.
Sarah, has there been a post that has gone viral that you were completely shocked about?
I think I did mention one in my lecture. That one that caught me off guard recently was just posting about how people can recycle their vases with us. It was literally a picture of a cardboard box with customers' vases in it that says we recycle. And so like we will take back if customers are spring cleaning. I literally just had a woman walk in a few minutes ago, like she's going through her mother's house. Her mother has passed and she has all these vases and like just wants them out of her house. We posted kind of a generic post like that and it took off. It was crazy.
Wow. And speaking of that, taking off and viral and all the things, do you have a favorite platform that you prefer over the big 3? I'm talking TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Business wise, I know Facebook is where my local customers are.
Yeah.
I probably personally use Instagram more. It used to be TikTok. She used to be my fave, but she's
Yeah.
changed so much. And now I just feel like it's an ad all the time.
Yes.
Um, the Instagram is where I probably personally spend a lot of my time, but I'm still on Facebook. I still see things there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I
So do
feel
you
like
just use those metrics, like the amount of comments and shares and likes to actually determine where your customers are? Or is this like feedback when they come in and say, "Oh, I saw you on social media," and it's a direct, "I saw you on Facebook or Instagram."
It's a little bit of both because like I know like on Instagram, I have a lot of other florists that follow me. And so they're not my customers, but they might be saving my posts or sharing my posts for inspiration
Right.
for themselves.
Right.
100%. That's what everybody should be doing. So
Right.
those may perform really well there for that reason. But then when it performs really well on Facebook or when I have customers coming in to tell me in person, that's when I know it's landed with my like buying audience.
Years ago, like 10 years ago, I attended a webinar on social media. It was like one of my first trying to figure out this whole thing. And I don't know if this holds true now, but I always think about it. It was two men, can't even remember the name of the social media company, but they talked about the difference. And they're like, Facebook is where you go to build the relationship with your customers because there's way more people that will comment. It's easy to go back and forth. Instagram, TikTok wasn't even a thing when I went to this meeting, but Instagram, and I think they talked about Twitter, but what I don't know, or whatever it's called. What's it called? X? I don't know. I'm not on it.
Yeah.
But Instagram is where you show off a little more.
Yeah.
And this was before real. This is way back. And I still think that's true because I know even for us, Flower Click, we're going to get more personal back and forth conversation on Facebook, even though we all are like, "Ugh, sick of Facebook." It's still, it is what it is. And then Instagram may look a little more curated. Do you have any thoughts on that? Or it could be totally out of, again.
No, I think that's still very accurate. I even think about I typically write longer captions, for the
Mhm.
algorithm just to know what I'm posting about, but also because that's part of the storytelling. And I think
Yes.
it's weird to read those captions on Facebook than it is on
So
Instagram.
much. It is. I don't know why it feels so much more of like I'm literally talking to the people on Facebook, like back and forth, than why I don't tend to comment as much on an Instagram post. I don't
I agree. I'm the same way.
I don't know what it is. And it's not that I like Facebook better. I actually prefer scrolling through Instagram. I'll comment way more like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that. I love the," but not as much on Instagram. So I don't know. Audrey, what about you?
It's the same, and I think I don't know, do we see the comments more or easier on Facebook than we
Yes.
do Instagram? So I feel like a lot of times I'll click on the comments because I wanna see what everybody else has written,
Yes.
commented on Facebook, but I don't do that on Instagram.
Too hard. It's a little harder. And Instagram is really only on my phone. I don't pull it up on my computer during the day, but I may have Facebook
Yeah.
up because our members only group is in there so it's easier to type out than do stuff on my phone.
100%.
Yep.
I'm the same, Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the platforms though, even Facebook promotes that more. I don't know if you guys get notifications where it's like, Lori Wilson has commented on a post that you might be interested in.
Yes, yes, you're like, "Oh, I'm interested in what you have to say." No, I I do. I
We're
do.
people.
They're really good at God, they're so good at brainwashing us.
Ugh.
They are.
It is crazy. Okay, so my last question, and then I'll defer to Audrey. She might have a question. If you could only give 3 tips to a flower shop owner that's like, "Okay, fine. I gotta do this. I gotta lean in." Maybe they do it a little bit, but they're not using the fullest potential. What would be those tips?
Number one would be consistent. And your consistency does not have to be the same as mine. Just pick a speed. If it's 3 posts a week, if
Yeah.
it's 5 posts a week, just like if you were trying to figure out a workout regimen, be
Right,
consistent, set yourself up to succeed. Don't say, I'm going to post 14 times this week because you
right.
know that's unattainable. Consistent. Number two, what we said, show your face. It's very
Okay.
important.
Yep.
Something that Audrey,
Audrey is not doing that today, so
yeah, Audrey, show your face.
she's not showing her face.
I tried. I really
It's
did.
not for lack of trying, right?
And tiptoeing in there, it doesn't necessarily be your face. Show a face on your
Right.
social media feed. Because, like she mentioned earlier, if you're just seeing flowers, people get bored. There is something in our human nature that when we see a face, when we see a set of eyes, it could even be a dog, we slow our scroll. So it
Those
could
would
be a
be
customer, it could be a bride, it could be your teen.
okay.
And then number 3 is don't be perfect. Don't worry about being
Yeah.
perfect. Lean into the fear of it all, hold your breath and hit post. I've
Yes.
posted a lot of ridiculous things, a lot more during COVID. And there were times I thought, I'm going to embarrass my entire family, but go ahead and post.
Yeah. To speak into that, I think 2 of the best engagement posts that we ever got incredible engagement on our Flower Click Instagram was number 1 of Cammie fake smoking bubble cigarettes.
Oh my gosh.
She and Sully.
I
And
remember that, right?
and a reel that had me literally jumping up and down in a trash can trying to smush it. Like both those.
Oh, that was during a photo shoot.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of our photo shoots, and I'm like doing the work, right? Someone's got to jump, smush it down so we can put more trash in the can. Just crazy, silly.
Silly, but relatable. Both of those things.
Yes.
Every florist is like, I've been there. I've been there.
How bad I've never smoked in my life, but you know what? Right now, maybe I will. So
We did that with the zebra cakes. We had to have a smoke break with eating the zebra cakes.
I've seen that. I've seen them with the Diet Coke. They call it the smoke break with the Coke, all of the things. And like every single flower shop could do that one. And it's still funny because it's not like a seasonal like FIFA was or whatever. All right, Audrey, do you have any last minute questions?
I just wanted to say to all our flower shops that are listening, if you are not following Sarah, tell us where they can follow you.
So we have the most common flower shop name, Main Street Florist. So that can be difficult.
Yes.
I think on Facebook, just type it out, Main Street Florist. You'll see a photo of me, the blonde, with my business partner, Carmen, the brunette. And then on Instagram, it's Main ST Florist.
Main ST.
And
we'll put
Florist.
We'll add those to the notes. But Sarah LoBue, see, I said it right. LoBue. LoBue. That's what every single time till the day I die, I will think LoBue. Like scary.
You got it. I'm not easily offended, but I always love when people get my name right.
You deserve to have your name right. So we will need to have you come back once Audrey gets a real camera and Vonda comes back and give us tips. But we sure appreciate you stopping in. And like I said, I will put all of your information in the notes when this goes out so people can follow you and look at all your inspo.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate this opportunity. It's so fun. Always good to chat with you ladies.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed spending time with us because we enjoy spending time with you. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button or add the Business and Pleasure of Flowers to your Google morning routine or your flash briefing on Alexa. We look forward to seeing you next week.
So please come back and join us and discover how a bit of knowledge and one small change in your mindset can take you to new levels in your life and business.